name is Katrina, and I'm here in downtown Hilo at Elevated Wellness Studio. And I wanted to share with you an introduction to one of my 3 classes that I offer here at the studio called Stretch and Soothe. So today I'm going to talk to you about a pose called Child's Pose, which traditionally is considered a sort of resting pose. But there's a lot going on in Child's Pose that can be not restful for many people. And the pose generally involves, and I'll turn on my side, the pose generally involves a few different variables. So you can curl your toes under or leave your toes flat. You can leave your knees together so that you're resting on your legs, or you can open your knees a little wider so that you're resting down on your tailbone. Now you can already see some tension points here. So the knees, the ankles, the hips, and then as we lean forward into this pose traditionally, there's all kinds of tension points in the lower back, in the shoulders. So what we do in Stretch and Soothe is we're going to use all of our lovely props to help support us and find some ease in those areas where there might be tension or pain or tightness. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay down a blanket here so that I can have some padding for my knees. So I'm going to lay this across my mat here, and then I'm going to take my bolster. This is a very heavy, dense pillow. It supports a lot of weight. And I'm going to use that to support my body so that I'm not so low down on my knees or my ankles. So this is going to support my body. And I can take, if I turn this sideways, I could do more of the wide stretch here, where I take my knees wide. And again, you can keep your knees more together or wider, up to you. We can also take our blocks or an extra blanket for a few extra variables as we need. So I'm going to set them up nearby, just in case I need them. And I'm just going to lay down across my bolster, kind of in a sort of, we call this a tabletop pose. And I'm just going to sort of decide where I want to be based on how low my hips can go, based on how low my knees can go. And so I might scoot up on this a little bit and allow my bottom to rest on the cushion. And then I can lean forward and find a lot more opening here in my knees and my ankles. I can also take a block here to rest my head in case I don't want my neck to release too far. The blanket can accomplish the same purpose. If my knees or my hips are a little more open, I might move this forward and allow myself to sink a little bit more into my knees. There's also ways we can add an extra layer of blanket up here if you need even more height. And all of these variables allow us to adjust the pose so that we can adjust for almost every kind of body. And then once we find a comfortable position, that's very nice, we're just going to snuggle in. And we get this nice roundedness of the back that provides an elongation for the spine. And we're just resting here. And in my class, we would normally hold this pose for about 3 minutes. And in doing so, we're giving opening to the spine, we're adding a little bit of flexibility to the knees in increments so that over time, you can slowly remove these supports, move yourself a little bit further down. Over time, you might find more flexibility and be able to go even deeper. In this case, we might take our blocks in a blanket to just give us half the size of the bolster, and we could scoot up here. And so this is sort of the point of Stretch and Soothe, is first and foremost to relax and to boost the nervous system, to relieve the heart, and just give you that moment of self-care in your week. But the other purpose is to slowly build progress over time. Instead of trying to race towards progress and sort of pushing ourselves into deep stretches that actually cause more injury than good, we slowly make progress week by week, and then over a period of 3 months, 6 months, a year, you may move from totally using the bolster to having nothing at all. And so that's kind of our goal, is to find that progress, find that flexibility, boost our overall well-being, and find a place of rest. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.